everybody. So glad to see you. Let's go ahead and get started on our Monday morning meditation together. I'd like to invite you to find a nice, tall, seated position in your chair. And let's go ahead and just roll those shoulders out. Break up any tension you might have carried with you. Roll them back if that feels good. Maybe roll them forward a little bit. That feels good. I like to shrug my shoulders up to my ears and melt them down. Do that a couple times. Melt them down. Maybe a little bit of neck rolls if that feels good. Just inviting some gentle movement into your body this morning. And once you've done that, let's go ahead and get some nice deep cleansing breaths going together. Breathing deeply in through your nose, filling your lungs up with air. And when you get to the top, just let it go with a sigh. That feels so good. Let's do that again. Nice, slow, deliberate inhale through the nose, filling those lungs up with air. And just relax your mouth and let that air go. I'll do that one more time. This time, invite some intention or some focus into the breath. A nice, slow, deep inhale in through the nose, filling your lungs up. And when you get to the top, just hang out there for a second. See if you can't sip in just a little bit more air. And then sigh it out. Let all that air go. And now just find your gentle rhythm in breathing here. And as you do, I'll invite you to go ahead and close your eyes if you're in a space where that feels comfortable, or otherwise, just find a soft, focused gaze in front of you. Just for the next 10 to 12 minutes that we're hanging out together in our meditation practice. Nothing forced, just gentle. Finding your gentle rhythm in breathing this morning. Nice slow inhales, nice slow exhales. Again, nothing forced, just finding your rhythm here this morning. If you're somebody that likes to have a mantra, a saying, an intention, or a focus for your practice, you can go ahead and call that in now and find your word or your phrase or your saying. Maybe find the feeling that you want to embody today. Whatever that is for you, go ahead and channel that with each inhale, thinking of that word, breathing in that word, embodying that word. And with each exhale, letting go of anything that stands in your way of that feeling, that focus, or that intention. Nice slow inhale with that focus. A nice complete exhale. Maybe you notice your breath with the rise and fall of your chest. It's how a lot of us adults breathe. We carry stress and anxiety and worry in our chest, and we breathe through our chest, but really we want to breathe through our bellies. So as you settle into your meditation this morning, maybe you notice the shift of your breath from your chest to your belly. Maybe you soften your forehead, let the brow go, relax the space behind your eyes, unclench your jaw, and let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your throat and melt your shoulders down. Relax your chest, your upper back. Allow your belly to soften with each inhale and each exhale. Allow your hips and glutes to feel firmly planted in the chair beneath you. Find your legs relaxing, maybe your feet splay open. Whatever feels good to you. Just find a deep state of relaxation here. Any thought that comes into your mind, allow it to float on by like a cloud in a blue sky. We acknowledge it, but we're not going to dwell right now. We'll come back to those thoughts later. This is where we need to be in this moment. With each inhale, deepening your practice, and with each exhale, settling in even more to this space, to this moment, to this meditation practice. It's a practice. That means it's not a perfect. Keeping it as a practice. Turning down the volume on the monkey mind, on the to-do list. Again, acknowledging it, but not dwelling this morning. There's plenty of time to get to that. Slow and intentional inhale, slow and deliberate exhale. And if you're someone who needs something to focus on, maybe you focus on trying to stretch 2 breaths into 1, or 3 breaths into 1, or even 4 breaths into 1. Inhaling for a count of 5 and slowly stretching that out to a count of 10. And exhaling for a count of 5, or slowly stretching that out to a count of 10. Today in Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie, she says this: let the lesson reveal itself to you. What's the next lesson? I asked. If you knew what it was, you wouldn't need to learn it, he said. Often, in the midst of a lesson or experience, we tighten our minds into knots, trying to figure out what we're learning, what's coming next, and what the lesson is really about. But if we knew what the lesson was about, we wouldn't need to be learning it. The learning we're doing on our spiritual path is often not possible from our heads or books. It's a process of discovery. It includes many twists, turns, surprises, and upsets, much confusion, wondering, and stumbling until we reach a moment of clarity. To learn the lesson, we need to go through the experience. And usually we learn best when we're a bit vulnerable and uncertain about what we're learning. Trust that the lesson will reveal itself to you when it's time. Stay present for this moment. Let your experiences and guidance unfold. You're evolving and learning and growing right now. When the transformation is complete, you'll see what you've learned. Other people may be there to help us, teach us, and guide us along our path, but the lesson to be learned is always ours. Life is full of so many lessons, right? Some we want to learn, others we don't. But it's so true that along our path, there's always the evolution of a lesson, of something to learn, of something to observe, something to be mindful of. Turn your mind's eye to what the lesson in your life might be right now. What chapter, what season, what stage are you in? With a new week, a new season. Ask yourself, what is the lesson here? What am I meant to learn? Continuing to breathe deeply with each inhale and each exhale. Find an intention and focus. Keeping the quiet, saving the sacred space. Continuing to dive deeper into your meditative practice. I want to gently invite you back to the sound of my voice, to the room that you're in. Maybe you gently flutter open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, roll out those wrists and ankles. Just invite some gentle movement back into the space that you're in. Giving yourself a big mental or heck, even a physical hug of gratitude for showing up this morning, for giving your practice your all, for continuing your meditation, for being present for yourself, for setting the focus, setting the intention for another great day and another great week. As always, I am beyond humbled and honored that you all spend your Monday mornings and afternoons with me. I am so thankful that you choose to show up here week after week to deepen your meditative practice, to find your focus and set your intention. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I will see you if you choose to come back at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Otherwise, I'll see you next week, friends. Have a great day.